Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Jeanine. Today I'm going to show you how to do some fillers for your over-the-top bows. It's kind of like this idea, how we do that. I'm going to show you how to do that, and that bow I will show you at a later date, and then after this I will show you how we put it all together on a later video. But today I'm just going to show you the fillers. So I've got a couple of different kinds. I got a tulle fan, and then this lace trim deal, and then your side bow to put on the sides of it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the tulle, and I'm using a 4-inch wide cardboard template for that. And then I just take, and you don't have to cut it, but this is 6-inch wide tulle. And so we have this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one end like this, and I'm going to wrap it around 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Now this is roughly about 34 inches, but I don't normally measure it, but I just had this piece cut, and it worked out perfectly for the 5 wraps. So then what I do is I just take my needle and I pop it up through the middle and I wrap it around a few times. It's almost like when I make my tulle bow, but this is going to be a little bit different. So now that I got it wrapped a couple of times, I can make it tight. I'm just going to slide it off, put my template off to the side, I'm going to pull it pretty tight, and then I'm just going to throw a knot and just tie it off. And throw a knot, if I can make it work. Come on, get in there. There we go. Just like that. And then we snip here. Okay, so here I take my good sharp scissors, my longer ones, and then I'm just going to snip the ends of the tool. Just fan it out. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we're going to do that. So now that we have this, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 ends, and we're going to fold them up together, so that we have this look right here. So then I take it, and I bunch it in my hand. And then I have these 1-inch felt circles that I cut out. It's roughly about 1 inch, probably just a little bit smaller, but it works. So then what I'm going to do is as I'm holding it here, I'm going to put some glue on this side. Just like that. And carefully grab it and push it in onto that. Right here where I sewed it. Right about there. So that I get my fan shape with my tool. Simple, easy, and all that. And then if I want to, I will take my scissors and then just trim to make it even. So that there's no like pieces that are longer than the others. So that it looks relatively even across the top. So that one's simple. Easy way to make a filler. So now we have that. I'm going to put those off to the side. And now for this one is, I've got this lacy trim stuff that I got. I got this from Walmart, but you can get anything and you can use any type. I like the way this one works. So for this one, I'm going to cut a 4-inch piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut a 4-inch piece. Just like that. And I need to rethread my needle. So threading my needle. I always do that. Okay, so now that we have our 4-inch piece of our lace trim, what I like to do is I fold over this one side to fold it back, kind of like how we would do our wavy bow, and then I just stick my needle through, and then I'm just kind of going in and out on the bottom. Then I fold this side over, and my last one goes through. And then I pull it. So now that when I pull it tight, I can have my center super tight, and my top fans out. So now that I got that, I'm just going to come through and tie it off. Just kind of just sewing it up just so that stays pretty tight. So just like that. And then I can fan it out and get my fan. So, knot this before I forget. There we have it. So now we have this, and I'm going to go with another 1-inch felt circle. And I've got my lines on there. Trim those off a little bit. And the same thing. Put some glue. And then I put that on the back side. Just push it down in. And so now we have our lacy fan. See, it's so simple to do these fillers for them. The felt is just to give it some stability when you're going to put it on the bow. So there's those. And I'm going to show you how I like to make these side bows, these sizes are what I found for the size that I do. They tend to be perfect size for these. You might have to play with the sizes a little bit if you prefer to make a bigger bow. But so anyway, this is using 7/8 inch wide ribbon. And I'm going to use 2 different color pinks. I like the contrast of the 2 colors. So my top bow here is going to be 4 inches. So I take that, my wood burner, and I cut my 4 inches. And my bottom piece is going to be 3 inches. So, take my wood burner and I cut that. So now what we do is we're going to fold in half just like we're going to do a tuxedo bow. Or bow tie, whichever way you want to call it. So we're going to fold that in half, bring one side up, the other side down, or whichever way you like to prefer to do it. And then we're just going to go 4 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it looks like this. And then when we pull it through, this is our top. This is our top, and when we pull it, this is what you have for your middle crease. So what I do is I take the bow, and I hold it, and then I just push my needle right back through the middle to hold that tight. Just like that. So now we have that part, and now for this one, You can cut your little spiky parts beforehand or after, whichever way you prefer. I prefer to always do it before. It's just me. Kind of so that I know that both my little V-cuts and my spike parts are exactly the same size. So I do that, and then I put a crease here in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing. And I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to pull that all the way down to that. We're going to hold it in our hand. And we're going to cinch it up. And we're going to make sure that they match up to there. So then now, we're just going to take our thread and wrap it around the top. Pulling tight as we wrap. Making sure our wrap is in the middle. Because we want it to be middle, centered. There we go. And then I flip it over. I like to put my knot for this one in the back. And then I just knot it. And I snip it. And now for this center, the center wrap around it, you can do either 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch. I wouldn't go any wider than that because it would make the bow look off. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch wrap on this one. So I'm just going to heat my head right there. And then a little bit of glue. Doesn't need a whole lot right here because we're just to hold this one piece in place. So we just hold it there. And this one, I'm only going to wrap it around once. So then I snip it, seal it, and glue it. Just like that. And there you have your side bow. I like the look of these side bows. You can do them different ways. I just kind of like the way these bows look once they're on. Just like that. They fit just perfectly and they're not overwhelming. You can put a little gem in the middle. You can put anything in the middle that you want. There's really nothing once you get past this point. But like I said, if you're doing a bigger bow, I would suggest playing with the sizes and make yourself bigger side bows. But this is about the size bow that sells for me most. So this is what I do. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it was helpful to you guys. So there's your fillers for your over-the-top bows. And like I said, I will be doing a video shortly here to come showing you how we put everything all together for the bows. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe. I will put the measurements in the description below for these, as well as a link to my Facebook page where you can connect with me, ask me questions, request a bow, send me a picture of something you're kind of not sure how to make it. Maybe I can help you out. Not sure if I can, but I'll see what I can do. And once again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and happy crafting!